Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome you to this week's episode of WWE Raw Recap. Appreciate everybody tuning in. This week's Raw took place at the Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale, Arizona, and it is the go-home show before this Saturday's Survivor Series. I will be checking out. Hey, let me know if you're going to check it out too. Also, while you're at it, if you're in the comment section, let me know what you thought about this week's Raw and what matches you are looking forward to in this week's Survivor Series. Or just be friendly and say hello. I will say hello or respond to all the comments accordingly. Anyway, and if you do like this video, please click that thumbs up button. Lets me know that you like it. Also, if you're not a subscriber yet, be a champ and hit that subscribe button. All that with all that out of the way, let's let it rip. First thing this week, we had Gunther come to the ring, being interviewed by Jackie Redmond, and asked, Gunther if he's lost his step a little bit, lost his confidence a little bit since that Cody Rhodes lost it. Is rumors true? And before he can answer that question, Damian Priest makes his way to the ring and confronts Gunther. Priest said everybody knows that old Gunther is gone, and his old killer vibe is also gone. Priest says the reason Gunther is like this is because he's never really had to face adversity and a problem like Damian Priest. In that Survivor Series, Damian Priest promises to win his belt back. But what happens to the ring general when he loses to a guy from the streets? Gunther has a chance to respond to Priest's claim, but takes a cheap shot with a microphone on Damian Priest, gets on top of him, delivers some punches and kicks to the face. Fight goes outside the ring. This is where Priest, reverses things a little bit, counters and slams Gunther's head against a post, then hits a razor's edge right on the table. Right before it's all said and done, we had Damian Priest posing with the belt over his head and 1 foot, or actually no feet, just standing right over a falling Gunther. So, me personally, this is one match I would definitely do look forward to. Always look forward to any Gunther match, really. Usually, Gunther matches usually knock it out of the park. The first match between him and Damian Priest was pretty good. I think this will be that much better. All right, this brings us to the first match of the night. It is a tornado tag team match. Members of the American Made, Julius and Brutus, the Creed brothers, going against Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. Pretty good match here, I thought it was. As soon as the bell rings, Julius attacks Reed. Brutus goes against Lee. Julius takes Ray out. They do a little bit of double teaming on Dragon Lee. Brutus now has Lee on a turnbuckle. Lee goes for a double stomp, but Julius runs on the top rope, hits a suplex. Later on in the match, looks like the Creed brothers are going for a double superplex, looks like, but here comes Rey Mysterio, clipping both the Creed brothers' legs with a 619. After that, looks like Rey's going for the 619 again on Julius, but Chad Gable comes in, turns Rey Mysterio's mask around. This gives Julius the opportunity to roll Mysterio up for the 1, 2, 3, and it looks like a handful of britches there. Come on, guys, you're better than that. But yeah, good match all around. Looks like a pretty good little mid-card feud for the American Made and LWO. After that, we get a Intercontinental Championship match. Ludwig Kaiser going against the champ himself, the badass doll Braun Breaker. This crowd especially, and it seems like a lot of crowds are really starting to get behind Braun Breaker, that tweener gimmick. Eventually, like I said before, he's going to be full babyface, but hopefully it doesn't change. They don't try to change up his style and be all smiley and kissing babies and shaking hands. Anyways, back and forth. Begin things with Breaker tries to run at Kaiser, and spear him, but Kaiser moves out of the way. Uh, Breaker slams into the announcer's table uh, first and hits the. Then later on, hits that awesome looking Frankenstein, or just sleeps on that top rope, hits a Frankensteiner, and it looks like Braun Breaker was about to put this thing away, but Kaiser counter with a Savate kick. Um, then again, looks like Kaiser was probably looking for the double or that front drop kick against the steps, but here comes Sheamus. He beats down Kaiser. Breaker comes in and confronts Sheamus. We got a brawl all over the place. After all this is done, Adam Pierce comes out and says, "Hey, it's settled. You want to fight? You all three want to fight each other? Fine. You can all fight in a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship." So that should be an interesting match. After that, we get a WWE World Tag Team Title match. It is Judgment Day members Finn Balor and JD McDonough going against the War Raiders. Um, Not bad. Uh, the usual kind of stuff. Eric and Finn Balor start the match, where Eric, pretty much Eric pretty much brutalized both members of the Judgment Day. But then Finn Balor and uh, JD McDonough will work on Eric, get the heat on him. Then the hot tag goes to what's his name, Ivar. Uh, he comes in. They get their finish move in, but looks like we get some interference from Carlito and Dominique. Balor cheats at shots at Ivar, allowing McDonough to get the pin on him. And your winner, and still WWE World Tag Team Champions, is JD McDonough and Finn Balor. All right. But the most interesting things about this program lately is the New Day. Uh, I believe next week's supposed to be their 10th anniversary, but gosh, they can't get on the same page. They get in a match. Otis and Kingston start the match after some argument between Kingston and Woods, but Woods takes himself right in. Otis takes down Woods, and Kingston hits the caterpillar on Kingston. Otis will tag Tozawa. He hits a senton on Woods and gets the win. And of course, here comes the New Day arguing some more. And this argument pretty much goes all the way to the back, and camera's right there. And Kofi Kingston pretty much said, "Look, the reason you not had any kind of singles gold, Intercontinental, or world title is because you just were never good enough. You were good enough to, you're good enough to, but what's that back? So, oh, I was good enough to, cheer you guys on, but I was never good to, uh, hold singles gold together. I was good enough to be tag team partners and win tag team gold and fight with you guys, but I wasn't good enough for that." Uh, but after that, they kind of stared each other down and say they'll see each other at the anniversary. All right, now it is time for the night's main event, and the winner of this match, uh, their team gets the advantage come this Saturday's War Games. So it is between Bianca Belair and Nia Jax. The bell rings. Jax runs after Belair, but Jax will squishes Belair in the corner. Uh, but Belair will come back, get a few kicks, gets her stuff in. At one point, Belair would attempt a KOD, but Jack counters and sends Belair neck first into the exposed ring post. Of course, a lot of dominating from Nia Jax using her strength advantage. Uh, Nia Jax would later on send Belair to the steel steps as well uh, as hitting a Samoan drop on the table. Uh, Bailey runs in and takes out Jax, allowing Belair to hit the 450 splash and win the match for her team. Remember, Jade Cargill is out with injury as she was attacked. Storyline mode. I think she's legitimately injured. So they're looking for a fifth member, and Bailey is pretty much kind of get them to strongly consider her. So we should see how that works out. Of course, I'm pretty sure all those questions will be answered this Friday on SmackDown, which I do think it was pre-taped, so everybody pretty much already knows the end of that answer. Anyway, this does for me on this week's edition of WWE Raw Recap Show. Uh, try to get this thing going as fast as I can today. So if I seem a little bit fast, I apologize. Uh, anyway, hopefully everybody has a good Thanksgiving weekend. Be safe, get your bellies full, and of course, give thanks to all the things that you are grateful for. Everybody take it easy, have a good one, and until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Thank you for checking out our P2 Vision. Subscribe to our P2 Vision to watch Ronald Ray's content that covers the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. His weekly content starts off with Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. Every Tuesday, Ronald Ray asks 5 questions about the sport of professional wrestling. So tune in and have some fun. Then it's WWE Monday Night Raw Recaps, where he recaps all the action from the Raw brand. Ronald Ray also does an AEW Dynamite recap show where he recaps and has fun doing it. Do you like live streams? Well, join Ronald Ray live on Spot Show Livestream, where he discusses current wrestling. Join the chat and have fun. Spot Show Livestream is on Thursday nights starting at 8 p.m. If current pro wrestling isn't your thing, like all wrestling past and present, or you're a new fan and want to hear how things were back in the day, then tune in to Wrestling Gold Friday night, where Ronald Ray discusses back in the day when wrestling was wrestling, featuring watch-alongs. That's Wrestling Gold Friday night on Fridays starting at 8 p.m.